the Nuyorican movement. Now, the word Nuyorican is a compound term made up of two words, namely Nuyorican and Puerto Rican, thereby implying a movement involving poetry and music and spearheaded by the Puerto Rican immigrants settled in and around the city of New York in the United States. It is a movement which began sometime around the 1960s in various neighborhoods of the city like Williamsburg, East Harlem, and the South Bronx. And as noted by Weingart, the Nuyoricans saw themselves as distinct from not only the Americans, but also the native Puerto Ricans who were castigated by the Americans as poor and lazy. Against this appellation imposed on their larger identity, the Nuyoricans, through their poetry and music, aspired to fashion a hybrid identity for themselves, using a mixed form of Spanish and English languages referred to as Spanglish. The three well-known Nuyorican poets are Pedro Pietri, 1944-2004, Miguel Algarin, 1941-2020, Miguel Pinheiro, 1946-1988, and Jesus Abraham Tato Laviera, 1950-2013. Now, since the beginning of the movement during the 1960s, these poets have been in the center of vigorous activities pertaining to art and activism, ranging from poetry, music, and theater to anti-war propaganda in tune with the nationalist and student groups. As Uraoen Noel notes, and I quote, many of these founding poets were the children of the post-war Great Migration to the continental United States, encouraged by the federal government as an alternative to the Operation Bootstrap, a series of ambitious, yet only partially successful industrialization projects in Puerto Rico, unquote. These poets were influenced by the indigenous expressive cultures of Puerto Rico and other Afro-American syncretic poetical forms, which were juxtaposed with a complex diasporic consciousness of invisibility and spacelessness at multiple levels of belongingness to community, city, and the nation. Pedro Pietri composed an important poem entitled Puerto Rican Obituary, which is considered to be the signal representation of the Nuyorican movement in terms of both its aesthetic and political resonances. The poem, spanning over 300 lines, narrates the trials and tribulations of 5 Puerto Rican individuals in New York. These 5 immigrants are named as Juan, Miguel, Milagros, Olga, and Manuel, who left their own country and land in the New York City in search of the elusive American dream, as these lines of the poem signify. This is from the poem, Juan, Miguel, Milagros, Olga, Manuel. It's written one after the other. All died dreaming about America, waking them up in the middle of the night. The poet laments that instead of pursuing the futile dream of recognition from a thankless country, they should instead have used the white supremacy Bibles for toilet paper purpose and make their Latino souls the only religion of their race, unquote. A major component of the Nuyorican movement has been the Nuyorican Poets Cafe, which came about in the year 1973 under the enterprise of Miguel Algarin, a poet and an academic who used to host emerging Nuyorican poets at his own residence at Loiseara. With the gathering gradually expanding, he shifted it to a nearby Irish bar, also known as the Sunshine Cafe, situated in the Lower Eastern side of Manhattan. And it is from this very Nuyorican Poets Cafe, which is still thriving with visitors, that these poets sought to articulate the concerns of the Puerto Rican community, not only within the New York City, but across the whole of America. In addition to this cafe, there's another place in the northeastern corner of Manhattan called Spanish Harlem, which emerged as another hotspot for the Nuyorican movement. A few other representative poems of Nuyorican movement include I Am a Nuyorican by Paulie Arroyo, My Graduation Speech, An American by Tato Laviera, A Mango Affair by Miguel Algarin, and Ode to the Diasporican by Mariposa Maria Teresa Fernandez. The two most important anthologies of Nuyorican poetry are both edited by Miguel Algarin and are called Nuyorican Poetry, an anthology of Puerto Rican words and feelings. This was brought out in co-edited with Miguel Pinero and published in 1975, and allowed Voices from Nuyorican Poets Cafe. This was co-edited with Bob Holman and published in the year 1994. A crucial component of Nuyorican poetry is its emphasis on live performance of poetry, thereby hinting towards the more social and participatory role of poetry. In terms of its adherence to the principles of cultural historism, it has incorporated within its ever-growing corpus elements from folk poetry traditions like the Puerto Rican declamadores, performers of poetry, and trovadores, oral poets, moving through the dynamics of the modernist movements like Dadaism and coming to incorporate present-day genres like slam poetry and deaf poetry. Another important element within Nuyorican poetics is its emphasis on non-monolinguality or multilinguality, and also possibly translinguality as markers or indicators of a transgressive spirit. We can refer to a few lines from the poem entitled Rebirth of Nuyorican by Ed Morales. Now, obviously, excuse me, some of the language that is used in some of these poems. This is how language was sort of used, or rather used or abused during these days. So this is how it goes. That to be a Puerto Rican is to be fucking crazy. That the weapon that's going to win is right here. The revolution is right here, man. The groove that's in our hearts. Con esta situación culturally unique. Tú sabes la cuestión de usar las dos lenguas. New and revolutionary communication comes into being, unquote. The poem ends on a note of pre-colonial nostalgia. We are amused as America slowly comes to see the beauty of negritude and the Native American attitude. We have been living it day to day since the year 1492, unquote. This nostalgia could also be seen as a mark of defiance on the part of the natives and an assertion of their primal rights over the land vis-a-vis present-day American imperialism.